Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is my first ever YouTube video and I'm feeling very nervous. My name is Rahul and I'm from India and I'm 17 years old makeup artist, and this channel, what we are gonna do, we are going to create some on fleek looks, like makeup looks, glam, drag looks. So without further talking, let's get into the video and let's see what I'm gonna create. For starting my makeup, I'm using this primer, like you see this primer, and I like pore filling silicone primer which fills my pore because I have pores as hell. You can't even imagine how much bigger my pores are. After priming, I'm using this Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage foundation. I love this foundation because this foundation looks so good on me and this color is so good, and this is a full coverage foundation and I live for a full coverage foundation. So now I'm done with my foundation, so I'm gonna use this Maybelline Age Rewind concealer because I love this concealer. You know what, I'm broke as hell now, so I have to use good thing but which are cheaps, and I don't like this applicator that much, so I'm gonna use a brush for my application and see just what I'm doing. I saw a lot of beauty gurus shows you use it like a V, draw a V underneath your eyes, but never did it. Don't need that much concealer on your face because concealer is for brightening and you don't need that much brightening like a pop. You don't need that. So we are going to use it here and here and behind my nose and my mouth area, also tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose. On my forehead I'm using the concealer. So now I'm done with my concealer, so I like to set it in place a little bit because it gives you more full coverage when you set that in place. So now for contouring, I'm using this Sugar foundation stick, but I like to use it as contour because it's a little darker than my skin tone. Yeah, you think it right, I bought it wrong shade, so I use it as a contour. So for contouring, I'm using this from here to here. Do not drag it like that much, you have to use it just a little, this. But if you had a larger forehead than me, so you can use it from your temples or your forehead, wherever you want. And for jaw, I don't have a jaw, so I'm gonna create it. So see, for jaw, underneath, you have to start underneath from your ears and go to there. So I prefer beauty blender for my blending because I don't like brushes that much, so I prefer beauty blenders. Never drag it because you don't need to drag it upon here or here. You just need it on place because you stay you applied it on place, so you don't need to drag it or scrub it because it's gonna move your foundation underneath when you drag it that much. So you just have to be a little careful about it and just do a little pat motions how you want. Blend because blending makes perfect. Oh, for my contour blending, I like to use another beauty blender. Yeah, of course it have to be a little damp in the water. It have to be a little wet, so I'm applying it. Never drag it, you just have to be a little careful about it and just pat on it, pat on the place where you have placed it, because you don't need to drag it or scrap it because it's already set in place. So you have to just blend the edges because we don't need a fake edge, we just have to blend those edges. So for contouring my nose, I never used it from this to this. I like to grab a little angled brush, so I'm gonna use it on my brush and scrap it and just place it here and gently scrap it this, you can like define your nose how much shorter you want, and like blend those edges, like those sharp edges with this brush. With the same exact brush, you can like make your own nose. Yeah, you heard it right, you can make your own nose. So now I'm done with my blending, so I like to set my base with a loose powder, and this is like the Fit Me loose powder, which I like to use all over my face to set my base. So now I'm like done with my base, it's looking flawless. So now I'm going to like do my brows. Now I'm done with my brows and it's on fleek, it's looking on fleek. So like I'm gonna start my face, like I'm gonna start my eyeshadow. So for eyeshadow I have to like bake a little bit because it's gonna be a little fallout it can create. So I'm baking here. You can skip this part if you want, but for fallout I like to use powder underneath my eyes because it catches all the fallouts and like it makes the base flawless. For my eyes, I like to use an eyeshadow primer. For eyeshadow primer, I'm using this NYX Professional Eyeshadow Primer. So this is a lot good because it's like acts like a magnet for your eyeshadow, you know, it literally acts like a magnet. So I'm applying it all over my lid, like literally all over my lid. So now you have to blend those edges a bit. So I like to like apply a little powder on my base too, because or otherwise if you don't like to use powder then you can skip this part, but I like to use powder, so I'm applying little powder on my base, just a little, not very much. So now I'm using this red shade on my outer corner of my eyes, like just you don't have to drag it, just pat on it and like soft gentle motion. You have to like blend it with this crease line and like blend it, just blend it and deepen up the crease. For deepen up the crease I'm using the same exact shade and blend it, soft gentle circular motion, blend it. For deepen up the crease I'm using a little darker shade, like a little darker deeper maroon shade on the outer corner of my eyes to make this red look more deep and make my crease look more depth. I'm using a little darker mauvey brown type of shade on the outer corner of my eyes and blend it with this red. I'm taking a orangey burnt orange kind of shade to make it a little hazy and blended from the outer corner and from the inner corner too. So now for cut the crease I'm using the same exact like professional eyeshadow base for cutting my crease. Now I'm done with cutting my crease and I'm taking a shimmery white shade on a flat brush and pat on it. I just pat it, a shimmery white shade. Now I'm taking a fluffy brush like this and taking the same exact white shimmery shade with this and just like dab on it. Now I'm taking a loose pigment like this shade, and I'm taking with it my finger and just like pat on my eyelid to make it a little more glossy and vampy. And for like this portion, I'm taking the same exact red and mixing with this maroon and just like blend those harsh edges to make it flawless. For the lower lashes, I'm taking the same exact red shade and like just drag it. And I'm taking that like burnt shade to deepen up the crease. Not the crease, like the lower lash line. You know what I mean. For the lower lash line. And I'm taking the same exact burnt orange kind of shade and like haze out those little corners. And for the inner corner, I'm taking a highlighting gold shimmery shade with my finger and applying at my inner corner because I like to use inner corner highlights with my finger. Yeah. So now dust off the Axis powder. For the brow bone highlight, I'm using a flat brush and I'm taking a highlighter, and this is the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter by Maybelline. I'm using it like on my brow bones because I like to highlight my brow bone a lot. Like highlight is never being that. Highlighter makes it look popper, a lot good, better, shinier, and it looks good. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole point. Now I'm taking a liner. This is by Faces and this is their marker liner pen, and I am using this liner on the inner corner of my eyes. I'm creating a little sharp angle on my inner corners. Now I'm going to put like lashes and mascara, and I'm gonna create the same exact look here, and I'll be back very soon. So now I'm done with my eyeshadow, and now I'm going to do a little bronzer on my face because I like to like warm up my face. So for bronzing, I'm using this Wet n Wild bronzer. I'm using this, and I'm taking a little like angled brush. You can see it's a little angled, so I like to dab it in and like just press it. Soft circular motion, use it and just press it. I can give you a little tip. Like you don't have to like drag it like there, here. You have to like stop, look at into your eyes, and where it middles, you have to stop here. So this is your stop point. Yeah. So for my nose, I'm taking the same exact shade. For my forehead, I'm using the same exact bronzer. And now for blush, I'm using this Nykaa Duo blush kit, and I'm taking this shade because this looks a little peachier but still pink shade to me. Here, start from here. There. That's it. That's the stopping point. Here. 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 I like to use it on my lilac, like not the lilac, it's called chin. Yeah, I forget it. I like to use the lilac shade on my chins, and also I like to apply blush on my temples. I like to give them a little joy. And now I'm done with my blush, so I'm using the same exact highlighter by Maybelline, and I'm taking like these kind of brush which is like gives you on point highlighter, because I don't like highlighter like dragged highlighter. I like on point fleek highlighter. Look, that's it. Like how well it goes, that's it. Yeah, I like to use it on my upper of my lips too, because I think it gives me a flawless shine, because I like shine here, also on my chin. So now when I'm done with my full face, so I'm gonna do my lips. Now I'm done with my full face, so I'm going to use a makeup fixer. This is Face's Ultimate Pro Makeup Fixer. So I'm using it all over my face. So now I'm done with my makeup and it's looking very flawless. You can see my makeup look for today. So if you're new here in my channel, so please subscribe my channel and please hit the bell icon to notified when I am uploading a new video. You can see it first, and like it if you like, and comment right down below, and share it with your friends and family if you want. And thanks for watching, and my other social media accounts are linked right down below in the description. My Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, and my YouTube channel. You are still here, so you can follow everything. And if you want to see some more creations which I created before. And thanks for watching. Bye.